The Smash World Tour was a competitive Melee and Ultimate-based circuit first introduced in the spring of last year. It pitted top Melee and Ultimate talent from around the world to compete for points in Platinum, Gold, and Silver-based events in order to qualify for the top 32 major bracket in December. It promised $125,000 in prizes for both games. Unfortunately, as you probably already know, the coronavirus pandemic had a major outbreak right after the announcements of the tour. Practically all countries around the world decided that the best means of safety was to have a worldwide lockdown and for those to shelter in place. This led to the cancellation of the Smash World Tour, much to many Smash fans' chagrin. Arguably, the biggest opportunity for the Smash community was taken away from us, and there was seemingly nothing we could do about it. Most Smash fans had to venture into the world of online Melee and Ultimate in order to quench their competitive thirst. But online for both games, especially Ultimate and its horrendous netcode, left competitors in dismay. But soon a massive update to Melee's functionality would be given with the creation of Slippy. Slippy was a mod for Melee using Dolphin Emulator in order to allow Melee to be played online using rollback netcode, which is a far better option for playing fighting games online compared to the traditional delay-based netcode most fighting games have. Ultimate also saw patches in order to improve their online experience. This would lead to massive news just a few days ago. VGBC, SmashUG, and Twitch would all re-announce the Smash World Tour. But I know you probably have many questions. The format for the Smash World Tour is quite different than this year, rather than using the points and level of events to see whether a player will qualify for the top 32 bracket of last year. The World Tour has decided to have region-locked online qualifiers for both Melee and Ultimate. For Melee in specific, in order to qualify, panelists who have already been pre-selected by the tour, such as Pikachu942, Edwin Budding, Gimme Dat Wheat, and Biz Sinister, KB, as well as Tafikins, who will be the panelist director. These panelists will look at the results for many notable players from their online performances spanning from mid-2020 to early 2021. For Ultimate, there will be region-locked online qualifiers. For each individual region, based on one's placement at those events will decide whether they qualify or not. For each region, a total of 16 players will be selected to play in the regional final, which is a 112-man bracket. Then, a certain number of players from that bracket will qualify for the top 32 final bracket, held at the end of the year. Both these events will be hosted in person, but safety precautions have been taken by the Smash World Tour to help its competitors, commentators, visitors, etc. to remain safe while experiencing an event never before seen in Smash history. The regionals themselves will have a pop bonus of about $60,000 for the 112-man bracket. While this year's World Tour final bracket will have a prize pot of about $150,000 or $75,000 per each game, with all those who qualify for the final 32-man bracket at least getting a piece of the total pop bonus. Now, people can still purchase merchandise from the compendium, and this will also grow the total prize pool for the tour. The top 112-man bracket will also be double elimination and will decide the final seeding for the final bracket. The rules for the Smash World Tour are neatly placed on the website, but a brief recap is that for Super Smash Bros. Melee, game settings are 4 stocks, an 8-minute timer, handicap off, damage ratio 1.0, items off, pause off, team attack on, and the starter stages being Yoshi Story, Fountain, Battlefield, Final Destination, and Dreamland with a counterpick of Pokemon Stadium. Additional rules. Stage clause, or a player may not pick any stage they previously won on during the set, also known as DSR, or Dave's Stupid Rule. Ledge grab limit, 60 per game, which basically means on the cliffhanger screen, which is always presented after a winning of a match. If a player exceeds 60 ledge grabs and the game goes to time, the player who exceeded 60 ledge grabs will forcibly forfeit the game, whether they actually were winning the game or not. While for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, game settings are 3 stocks, a 7-minute timer, team attack on, launch rate 1.0, items off and also no items at all, FS meter off, damage handicap off, custom balance off, spirit off, pause off, while the stage selection being loser's pick. Stage hazards off, stage morph off, underdog boost off, score display off, and show damage on, as well as the options as radar being small, echo fighters being separate, and Mii fighters are completely permitted with any combination of specials. For Ultimate, the starter stages are Battlefield, Final Destination, Smashville, Pokemon Stadium 2, and Town and City, while counter picks being Kalos Pokemon League, Lilac Cruise, Yoshi's Story, and Small Battlefield. Also, a vast majority of tournaments, potentially including your own, can take part in the Smash World Tour. In fact, seemingly unlike last year, VGBC does not have to be the direct stream or owner of the streaming rights for the tournament, although maybe some tournaments, such as those streamed by the Beyond the Summit, may not be included. Many tournaments for Ultimate have already been added to the tour, like Smash Factor, Couch Warrior, Sweet Spot, Koval Gaming, BCA, Tommy Suma. Some tournaments already by Beyond the Summit, Port Priority, MomoCon, and Shine for the regional qualifiers, while for the regional finals, we will have some tournaments like Colossal, FET, HF Land, some tournaments owned by Tourney Locator, like Low Tier City, Galint, Big House, and EMG tourneys. For Melee, due to the use of Slippy, Nintendo has handed out a few CDCs, or cease and desist, to tournaments that directly involve the products involve the product. These tournaments that have been given CDCs are mainly ones that are partially sponsored by Nintendo. This has led to many complications, but the tour has found a potentially a small loophole to this. The Melee tournaments for qualifying purposes will not have any identity or direct correlation with Nintendo partnerships, super majors, or any well-established esports team, as well as the fact that they will not be shown on the Smash World Tour website itself. They are only shown on the Smash.gg page. Furthermore, in history, Nintendo cannot directly shut down the regional, and in theory, Nintendo cannot directly shut down the regional and top 32 finals for the tour, since panelists will decide and pick who will go to and qualify for these events, rather than a company directly from a company like VGBC doing so. Anyway, that's all for today. If you want to stay updated on the tour, please consider subscribing, commenting, and liking. You can also follow me on Twitter at @PoundSSB, as well as go to twitch.tv/pound_SSB. You can also go to the Smash World Tour page directly, as well as its Smash.gg page to find out more about the tour. Thank you for watching, and of course, have a good day.